Hi, I'm back in California and I have been trying to take a nap, but I can't because I'm too worked up. I'm really angry and I don't know what to do about it. I think part of that is because I'm angry about so many things, and another part is because I don't know what to do with anger. As a woman, as a white person, as a nice person, as a skillful communicator, aspiring to be. And I don't know what the use of anger is. So I don't usually express rage, but it's like bubbling inside me right now. And my assumption is always that if something is happening for me, it's probably happening for a lot of other people. And if I'm holding back, then it's like I'm participating in telling other people that they have to hold back and not be themselves. And if there's one thing that we have to be able to trust, it's people telling the truth. So, a partial list of things that I'm mad about. I'm mad that even though we are now having really amazing conversations about what has happened in this country in terms of oppression of people of color and of women and people who identify differently as in terms of gender or in any different ways, and in terms of being older, in terms of having mental challenges. Like, despite these conversations that we're having, which acknowledge that these things have always been huge issues, there is resistance to that. There is the denial that that's happening, or that has happened. When I think of that, I want to kick things like this wall that's behind me. Because it's already enough that we've been oppressing and ruining people's lives for generations. We can't now also say, like, well, that hasn't really been that bad, has it? So I'm angry that as a woman, it's even just hard to talk about this. Like, when I'm lying in my bed trying to sleep, these things run in my head. And then when I think, like, oh, this might be in a public forum, I'm like, I better be able to say this skillfully. I shouldn't make anyone mad. So I think that's actually what I'm most angry about, is that I can't just express from my heart and trust that people are going to hear my intentions, which is to unload a tension with the intention of coming together as a society and addressing what's really going on. I wouldn't feel angry if I didn't feel the suffering and the unfairness, the injustice, and the violence that is being acted out on most people all the time. I'm mad that words like patriarchy and feminism have to be almost apologized for or explained, like, well, but I'm not talking about you, or like, let me soften that for you so you can hear it, things like that. Like, these things are real and true, and until we just can acknowledge that, like, is anything going to really change? I'm angry about the music videos that I saw today, which were mostly scantily clad women, just in various sexual poses, looking at men in different ways. Why is that still happening? I'm so tired of this of just like the fundamental aspects of this world, the way that we have it set up. I'm tired of the patriarchy, and I'm tired of that word being like identifying me in a certain way when I use it. I'm tired of needing to soften this for the men that I know who are wonderful and kind and still question whether my experience is true or not, or the experience of the people that I know. I'm just tired of all of this, of the fear and the selfishness. And I dream of like breaking things and kicking walls just to release this tension. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to fix these huge problems, which are just so fundamental and just should not exist. And I know I'm saying so many things like shoulds, and there's a lot of judgment and a lot of blame in what I'm saying. But that needs to be okay sometimes. And what I really truly want is for each of us to like take responsibility for ourselves, for our emotions, and for our discomfort with difference, and just deal with that and not put it on the other person to have to deal with, and to freaking share what you've got so that we can all have enough. There's plenty if we do that. I think we're all entitled to our rants at this point. I welcome yours. There's probably more to come from me. I don't know if this has been useful, but I know that silence was not working for me. And I do this with the intention of being of benefit. So much love and care to you all. I'm back in the United States. If you have ideas about how we can just keep moving this conversation forward and helping people open their hearts more, post that stuff, and let's keep talking. Keep the channel open.